And now, coming at you from Yellowknife, Canada, from one of our living rooms, we're talking movies.
And sometimes TV shows.
With spoilers included, folks.
This is Armchair Reviews.
Wait, is that based off like the armchair quarterback is saying? Is that what we're talking about right now?
Chris, we spoke about this before.
Are you sure?
Yes, more than once.
Are you positive, though?
You wrote the joke.
Oh, God damn it. All right, you're right. I apologize.
Featuring
Chris Godden
and James Mackay.
All right, folks, this week, it's James's favorite type of movie.
A superhero movie?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yes.
Boy.
It's a big one. This one.
This is a big one.
Now, this is the Black Panther. That's what we're talking about this week.
That's what we're talking about. It's if anyone's keeping track, it's our 40th superhero movie that we've done.
This is our 30th episode, though.
It is our 30th episode.
But we've done 40 superhero movies.
Yes, somehow.
Now, you said earlier that we're just going to call this movie The Panther.
The Panther.
Because we don't see color.
We don't see color here at Armchair Reviews.
Everyone's really liberal these days. So.
Very liberal. We don't want to step on any toes.
I think this movie is, it's a response to that liberal bullshit that's been going on, I think.
Yeah, potentially.
This movie's been getting some rave reviews, and it's been very successful. I'm not going to hold that against it. But
it is pretty successful.
We might say a couple things that might be a little controversial in everyone's opinions on this movie so far. But we saw it separately for the first time, actually, a movie that we saw separately.
Yeah.
And we both kind of left it, and I'm a big fan, but we just like, meh. Like,
yeah,
it's
meh.
It was okay. It was a Marvel movie, for sure. A little bit different than the other ones. But it was just...
Same, but different.
Exactly.
Like all superhero movies, folks.
And James's attitude is slowly chipping away at my optimistic demeanor for these types of films. But I just was like, yeah, I get it. It's good. Okay, next.
Yeah. Just want to see something new.
Yeah. The beats were very similar. What I will say about this flick is all the actors in it were really good.
Yep.
I think that was probably the strongest point. Especially Chadwick Boseman as the Black Panther. He was really good. His sister, Shuri, I forget the actress's name. She's going to be, I think she's probably one of the outstanding ones as the younger sister. Her name is Letitia Wright. Then you have other people in there, like Lupita Nyong'o as the love interest, Nakia. Michael B. Jordan, he was a pretty good villain in my opinion. Eric Killmonger.
Yeah, he did a good job.
I think he
stood out.
His motivations were legit. I'll get back to that in a little bit after we go over like the plot and stuff.
Quick.
Too legit to quick?
To quick.
To quick.
To quick.
They're very quick.
To quick.
James, before we get into anything else, let's talk about the plot real quick. This is your domain. Let's do it up real quick. Real quick.
Real quick. So
you just saw it last night.
Yeah, just last night.
Okay, so it's fresh in your
technically
mind.
A few hours ago, I guess.
Yeah.
So starting off with the plot here, we got the main character, the Black Panther. He is the prince of Wakanda.
Yeah.
Wakanda.
The fictional country of Wakanda.
Country of Wakanda, which is in Africa.
It's in Africa, yes.
But I'm trying to think where it's actually like in.
It's
don't
on
really.
I looked it up. It's in the
Anywho.
borders of Kenya and Ethiopia. I believe.
That's right. Yeah, it is. They do mention that it's like
wedged in between
Kenya. Yeah. Anyhow, so he's the prince of Wakanda. His father dies. He's gonna get a promotion, if you will, to become the king.
I was kind of getting like a lot of the Lion King beats from it.
Yeah.
But so his father died actually in the movie that you haven't seen that introduces the Black Panther, which is Captain America: Civil War.
Civil War.
His dad gets blown up by Baron Zemo, who pins it on Bucky Barnes, but that's a whole other thing. That was the plot for the last movie.
And so anyhow, his dad dies. He's in line for the promotion or whatever. They're gonna have their big ceremony. They do their little challenge. He wins the challenge.
That was cool though. I like that fight scene.
Yeah, the fight scene was cool, and like their whole ceremony or ritual, whatever you will, however you will, is pretty cool, pretty neat.
Yeah,
it's a different take on it.
Yep.
Anyhow, so he's king, more of the same, blah 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 blah. And
that's really good. That's in the movie too.
That is the movie. More of the same, and then to start out, your antagonist is Claw.
Yeah. He's also introduced in
Civil War.
In Civil War.
Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry, Age of Ultron.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he steals a bunch of the fucking
Vibranium.
and he's selling it to whoever.
Yeah.
People are using it to make weapons, essentially, is why he's stealing it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's got more purposes than that. However, that's what he's doing. He's stealing it. He's been a long-time enemy of the Wakandans.
Wakandans?
I don't
The
know.
Wakandans.
Wakandans. It starts with a U.
No, it's Wakanda.
No, it starts with a U, dude.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's like Uganda.
Get the fuck out of here.
So he's been a long-time enemy of them.
He's a terrorist.
He's essentially a terrorist. He eventually gets murdered by Eric Killmonger.
But he has so the guy that plays him obviously is obviously Andy Serkis.
Yeah.
So he's really good in this. He gets his arm chopped off in Age of Ultron, and he gets his comic book sort of semi-accurate like blaster arm.
Yeah.
He has this like little rubber arm that opens up at the fingers. It's really gross and weird.
And it's like powered by,
and it's vibranium and some other probably like fallen debris, kind of like Vulture-esque.
Yeah,
from Spider-Man.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
just made his own weapon.
Yeah.
But that's really cool. I like his character because he's a fucking raging lunatic.
Yeah, he's awesome. We'll get into him a little bit later. Anyways, like part of his crew, Eric Killmonger is part of his crew. He ends up killing him. Eric kills Claw, and then turns out Eric is the son of
I think he was.
He's the son of
the king's brother.
Yeah, he's the son of the king's brother.
Yes, the son of the king's brother.
He's technically T'Challa, who's the Black Panther. He's his cousin.
Yes.
And he comes back to Wakanda to challenge.
He's like, yo, bitch, this is my throne.
Yeah, he's like, it's my throne, motherfucker. He's got royal blood in him as well, whatever. So he comes back to challenge the throne. He ends up winning the battle and becomes king. Everyone thinks that T'Challa is dead. Spoiler alert, he's not, like every other superhero movie.
Yeah, okay.
He gets brought back to life and full powers, full Black Panther powers, and then they battle it out.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the plot, beat down to nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, beat down to nothing. But like those beats, it's like the fight, for example, when Killmonger and Black Panther are fighting and their deep power and stuff. First of all, Michael B. Jordan, he's yoked. He's fucking huge.
He's probably on some
big, good. Man. He's getting that workout. Holy shit. You know he's going to kick the shit out of Black Panther.
Oh yeah.
That's just because it's so similar to other movies, you know? If you know they fight midway through the movie, you know the hero's going to lose and have like a redemption battle at the end.
It's just science, dude.
So
it's superhero science.
Having that, you just know I know it's going to happen, whatever.
Yeah.
Now his motivations, it's not just him being a lunatic for the sake of being a lunatic. He actually feels like, no, the king, the original king, T'Chaka, Black Panther's father, T'Challa's father, he was a bit of a prick because he covered up this child, pretty much, and like sent him into exile, and he created his own villain again. And you see that again in some other movies, but you can kind of understand Killmonger's, his aspirations. Like, I was fucking wrong. I should be in this. If he was brought to Wakanda, he'd probably be a normal, well-adjusted person. Instead, he did everything himself. He made himself this fucking super assassin for the U.S. military and jacked himself up and all this shit. So, kid growing up from Oakland by himself without a dad because, T'Chaka killed his father and covered that up. I like those motivations. It made him more believable as a villain.
Yeah. I mean, and as much as it was bad that T'Chaka obviously left the fucking child there. Yeah. He didn't just kill his fucking dad. His dad fucking pulled a gun on him and Forrest Whitaker's character.
He pulled it on his partner, his undercover partner, which was Forrest Whitaker. But
Uncle James, motherfucker.
Yeah, T'Chaka, he got in the way of it because he was in the suit, right? Because it was bulletproof. So he was the brother wasn't gonna shoot his own brother.
Yeah. And essentially, like, he was pissed off because T'Chaka sent Uncle James, I can't remember what Forrest Whitaker's actual Wakandan name is, but he sends him there to essentially spy on his brother, who's also a Wakandan spy, spying on the fucking states.
The states, yeah.
Whatever, right? And then he finds out through Forrest Whitaker's character that his brother was helping Claw steal the vibranium.
Yeah.
So
Because
T'Chaka goes there to confront his brother and tell him, you have to come back to Wakanda and you have to stand trial or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
You're arrested. You got to go to court type thing. But he's like, come back under your own powers, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, how do you know it was me? Blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, James is a spy too, bitch. And
got you good.
And they're like, okay. So then
Because
when T'Chaka and James leave, he gets pissed, pulls a gun to kill James, and then T'Chaka's like, not today, motherfucker, and kills him.
No, yeah, quoted. But the reason why, because they wanted to outfit their own Wakandan spies all over the place, all these warriors, with vibranium weapons to kind of build Wakanda, come out of the shadows, because Wakanda's been hidden for so long.
Forever.
And they want to come out and be a force for the world, like to not be hiding anymore and to kind of... They have all this tech and they're so more well advanced
than everyone else, but it's not being used anywhere else except for Wakanda.
Yeah. So that they thought it was a threat to everyone and their own culture. That's why they covered it up and everything. But there's obviously a mix of ideology of what was going on, and that's the whole problem that they have to face and figure out throughout the movie. And that comes back because Killmonger tries to do exactly what his father tried to do.
So at the start of the movie, when this all happens, they don't tell you that he has a son. I mean, they show a bunch of kids playing street ball outside.
Yeah, you
figure it out because the one kid is like, "What the fuck's going on?" Type thing.
See that ship? It's aliens.
So you figure it out, and then eventually after Eric kills Claw, you're like, "That's the fucking kid."
Yeah.
If you hadn't figured it out.
And he's going back because he was using Claw as like his token to get into Wakanda.
Yeah.
And he has his Wakandan little lip tattoo and stuff to get inside the walls. But it's
weird, the little lip tattoo.
It's pretty cool though.
Yeah, but it's weird.
It sucks.
Why?
I don't want to get a lip tattoo, an inner lip tattoo.
Why?
It's like a gang sign, dude.
Yeah.
It's just... Yeah, it was fine. Let's talk about some of the action scenes. What was the action scene that stuck out for you?
Well, both trials were pretty cool. Obviously, the first one more so than the latter because in the first one you obviously know he's going to beat this guy.
M'Baku.
He's a fucking nobody.
Actually, he is somebody in the comics. He's known as Man-Ape. He was like he's more of a villain to Black Panther, but he's more of like an ally in this one.
At the start, he's more of a villain because he's part of there's the 5 Wakandan tribes, and their tribe fucked off because they didn't believe in everything that the original
royals and stuff
were trying to establish, if you will.
But even then, like that was more of a challenge. It wasn't necessarily anything personal hatred for him.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, it was a challenge because he's like
in the comics he's a little bit more like rage filled, and he actually has a weird like costume and stuff. But they removed that obviously for any racist, derogatory comments that might have been made. So
well, I mean, they still give him the mask.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. But still, like it's tasteful in a sense the way they do it. Obviously.
Yeah. But anyhow, I mean, that scene was kind of cool. I mean, that T'Challa's gonna win.
Yeah.
So you're like, whatever. But they kind of show you the process of them like taking away his powers for the trial, so that it's just man versus man.
And you find out what his powers are. Like how is he jacked up? Oh, it's a secret herb, and that's from the comics as well. There's specific plants that he has. And
then after the trial, he goes to the fucking witchcraft tent or whatever it is, and lays on the red sand, and they make him drink the herb, and then.
Now this actually. Even though it wasn't explicitly shown, there's been a lot of rumors that the Soul Stone, the final Infinity Stone that they're going to have in the Infinity War of Avengers, that goes on Thanos' gauntlet or whatever, it was in the vibranium, or it's somewhere in Wakanda, and that's why they're so spiritual, and they can actually do these like spirit walks pretty much and see the land of the dead, and why they're so involved in that type of mystique, let's say, because the Soul Stone is actually it's housing these souls of the fallen family members and stuff like that.
So there's that scene that's good. The other trial where Eric and T'Challa are fighting, it's also good. I mean, it's obviously smaller, and T'Challa gets his ass kicked essentially. And then the other one that probably sticks out is when T'Challa. Fucking Michonne and his crush there, they go to London to try to intercept Claw.
Yes. They're in London? They're in somewhere. They're in like Chinatown somewhere.
Oh no, they're in Korea.
Okay.
Yeah, they're in Korea for that. They go to London for when Claw and Eric steal the hammer,
Right. Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever it is,
Yeah,
the vibranium,
the vibranium.
weapon. But yeah, so that's another cool scene because all three of them are fighting all of Claw and his henchmen, and then that's when
That scene is-
in this movie alone, that's when you're introduced to fucking Bilbo Baggins.
Yeah, and Bilbo Baggins, yeah. His character's name is Everett Ross,
Yeah.
and was
Agent
Martin,
Ross.
What is it? Martin Freeman. That's it. That's his
Yeah.
That's his actor name.
Yeah, he's Morgan's
Did
brother.
that Morgan's brother? I hate you. That scene is actually reminded me quite a lot. Had a James Bond.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Was it Skyfall that they do that? In? I think it's Skyfall. It's the one with
Yeah,
the
but
blonde-haired-
it's just him and that the one chick that go there. But essentially, yeah, it's the same thing. They go into like this little like
it's a gambling
gambling
thing, back room, and it's the
back
exact
room.
same setup almost.
It's probably the same. It's probably the same set.
Yeah,
or similar set. But
actually, speaking of James Bond too, his sister Shuri, T'Challa's sister, that she's cute for Christ's sake.
Yeah, I was thinking that the whole time too, and even like Carly mentioned it. She's like, "What the hell?" Like,
yeah, just the
like,
tech
this is kinda
person
weird.
has
Yeah.
like the whole lab set up and good at everything, and has all the gizmos and gadgets and
Yeah.
the fucking EMP device. And
yeah, and
stuff
she's
like
the
that.
only one that knows how to make it all, and blah blah blah.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
very
James Bondy.
quartermaster
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
So no, there's definitely parallels there, which is not a bad parallel, I would say.
No,
but
it's not a bad thing.
Definitely good influence. This movie was directed by Ryan Coogler, who, if you've seen the movie Creed, the Rocky spinoff,
No.
it was really good. Actually, Michael B. Jordan is in that. He plays Apollo Creed's son, and they're also going to be in the Creed 2, where they're going to be fighting with the Russians guy's son.
The Russian.
Yeah, it's Rocky Legacy
Fucking-
spinoffs.
He's fighting Alexander Ovechkin, the great, the Russian.
But no, so those guys have teamed up before, and they're pretty good, and I like that, having that
Yeah.
that combo. Creed was good, so having these guys together worked well. What else do you think about this flick? What didn't hit for you?
I don't know. It's just more of the same. I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with the story. The story sound, the way it was shot is good. The action scenes are good. The dialogue is pretty good for the most part. There's not.
Ooh, let's talk
not-
about that real quick though.
Yeah, there's not too many like super corny things where like
I thought there were. I thought they're in this one.
There's some, but it's not like abundantly corny where it's like. No offense, but you go to see like a fucking Spider-Man movie and like every fucking interaction, you're like,
But that's his character though.
You're like,
It
come
fits his
on.
character because he's a wisecracker, web slinging
come on.
bandit.
Well, no, there's humor and then there's just being corny. It's different. But,
No, I get it.
like in the newest Spider-Man, like he was funny.
Yeah.
Like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, he sucked the whole time.
Yeah.
No redeeming qualities.
Well, he's all right.
Zero
Spider-Man 2 is
redeeming qualities.
Okay. No, like that's the humor in this was. I felt it was really ham-fisted. Some of it was good, and some of it was like intentional or unintentional humor.
The only so I wouldn't even really say there's much humor. The only kind of parts where you're kind of like laughing, and maybe it's just because we're both crazy, but it was because of Claw.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Otherwise, you're just kind of like.
But like when they go
It's
to M'Baku and they think
stale.
that T'Challa is dead, and he has like, "Oh, I'm a vegetarian." Ha ha ha.
Oh yeah.
Fuck off. That was just so not
After he threatens to eat
the children.
to feed Agent Ross to the children. He's like,
Oh,
"Say
yeah.
one more word." He's like, "I'll fucking feed you to my children." He's like, "Just kidding, we're vegetarian."
And like that was just ugh. I didn't
Not
like it.
funny.
No, that it was just whatever. And Lizzie and I went into this, and she was even like, "Yeah, whatever." It's just everyone's all up on this movie,
Stupid joke, you stupid idiot.
and I really wanted to really like this movie. I liked it. It's definitely worth seeing if you're a Marvel fan. But if you miss it and you come back to it later, that's cool too, because it's a standalone in the Marvel universe, Marvel universe, I should say.
Yeah.
I think you don't really need any of the other connections to it to watch this one, which is good in a sense, but it's just whatever. It's kind of frustrating. And I think it's an overcorrection because you don't have a lot of these characters, a lot of these black characters being like have this big of a cast and be this big of a movie, and everyone's like. And then you have one, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's so good! No, it's so fantastic! I love it.
There's
It's so
nothing
good."
wrong.
You saw that quite a bit with Wonder Woman too, and even us. Like we liked Wonder Woman because we liked it. It was good.
It was a good movie.
It was good. But you found that a lot of the people weren't really liking it because it was a woman superhero.
Yeah, and a female lead.
Yeah,
like, and Gal Gadot. We got nothing against you.
Yeah, but you see that, right? It's an overcorrection, and it shouldn't be like that. If it's a good movie, then like it because it's a good movie, not because it's led by an all black cast, sans Bilbo and Gollum.
Yes,
you know what I mean? Like, I think personally, I think that's why it's getting so much attention for it.
Yeah, and you're probably not wrong. I mean, like we said, it's still a good movie.
Yeah.
If you're either a superhero fan or a Marvel Universe fan, obviously go and watch it. You're going to like it.
It hits the beats that you want to see at a Marvel movie.
Yeah, it's exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah.
But it's nothing special.
Yeah.
For lack of better words.
However, the box office would suggest otherwise because it's up to like past $700 million at the box office.
Yeah, so
a budget of $200 million.
Yeah, worldwide 700 and change.
Fucking crazy.
And US alone it's at 400 and change. So that's pretty good. It's been out for a full 10 days. This is its second week. So yeah, like 10 days while we're recording this, and those numbers are probably from a day or two ago or whatever.
In May, it'll reach close to.
It'll probably reach $1 billion.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's staying for 3 weeks here.
Which doesn't happen in Yellowknife.
Which doesn't happen often unless it's like a huge movie. And in most cases, when you go to like a Cineplex or whatever, it's probably going to stay there for 5-6 weeks.
Easily.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes those movies stay out forever, like 8 weeks, 10 weeks.
Yeah, and half of it, it's like kids want to see it, like superhero movie. And so, parents bring their kids, it's guaranteed money.
No blood whatsoever in this movie. Even when Killmonger like slits the throat of one of like the guard.
Yeah, there's no gore, which is fine. I mean,
it's PG, obviously.
Yeah, it's superhero movie. It's not really in it. But that's another thing that might make it interesting to more people is if when he fucking diced up that guy, might get a little blood here and there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like if you're gonna have violent people, show a little bit of violence.
Yeah.
A funny thing about like the whole genre of like superhero movies and Marvel and the Avengers, kind of more specifically, before the movie started, there's obviously the trailer for the new Avengers movie.
Yeah, which looks fucking dope.
Yeah, it looks all right. And
shut up.
And so at the end of the movie, because obviously Black Panther is in the trailer, Carly's like, why the hell does he not just like suit up all these other superheroes with vibranium weapons and then no one can do fuck all? And I'm like, yeah, because superhero movies are stupid. They don't really work like that. They work together, but they don't share resources with each other. You know what I mean? They have their own fucking things, but like, and it was a good question because I'm like, why not?
I think they'll probably like. I think moving forward, I'm thinking Tony Stark is definitely going to try to get his hands on some vibranium for a suit.
Well, he fucking should. But I mean, just like imagine the things that they could do with it.
Well, that's what's going to be interesting now moving forward, because at the end of this movie, you see T'Challa come out and be like, "Yep, we're this nation, and we have all this shit, and we're coming out. We're stopping.
Yeah,
we're going to be out in the open, and we're not going to hide anymore. And this is what we can do. So we will give you some resources."
Yeah,
so.
it's kind of funny because they go to like the UN or whatever, and they announce themselves essentially, and one guy's like, "Oh, no offense, but what are like stupid fucking hick?
Yeah.
Like, what a bunch of farmers going to benefit the world from?"
Yeah,
or whatever. You know what I mean? And so now he's like, "Let me show you."
Yeah, that was a good recreation again. You're on point today.
Vibranium cock.
Jesus.
It's a metaphor, folks.
Yeah. Oh, that's what that is. Okay. No, you're right. It should be interesting. Actually, it'd be cool since the necklace has the suit in it for comic stuff. It'd be cool if they use that for Tony Stark, as I said, with the whatever.
Instead of having to.
Well, in the comics, he actually implants in his skin. He calls it the bleeding edge Iron Man armor, and it comes out of his skin because there's like little molecule suit things, and it just comes out of your skin like
skeleton type bullshit.
Exodermal,
I guess because it's
so it comes out and it's really cool. That's how his armor shows up. So it'd be like kind of like that, That'd be cool to see on the big screen.
Yeah.
It's a little far-fetched because, I mean, it's comics, but it's still pretty rad.
Yeah.
That's one of the armors you haven't seen yet of Tony Stark. But facing a new threat, he might need an upgrade against big bad Thanos.
Big bad.
Yeah, and that's considering you've actually you said you saw the Infinity War trailer and stuff, and you see Black Panther in it, and they're fighting in Wakanda, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
That in and of itself is kind of a spoiler for the fate of Black Panther, you know what I mean? Like, because he's going to get out of it.
Yeah.
Somehow. So.
But what can you do? They gotta promote their new big movie.
Of course, and that's coming in a couple months in May. So
by the time that's out, they're gonna have a fucking trailer for another fucking Marvel movie. Before
they already have one. Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh, fucking stupid.
All right, I think
Ant-Man was like, it was all right.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
it's very Iron Man-esque.
Yeah, very for the most part. And now, and like I liked it, I enjoyed it, and like watching the trailer for like Ant-Man and the Wasp, like you don't need another one. you were good with one.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do. Now they don't have to do like an origin story and stuff.
No,
like that.
absolutely. And like this one's obviously mostly going to be about the Wasp, and he's kind of just going to be her sidekick.
Pretty much, because
she can fly.
Yeah.
She can fly. She's got the blasters,
yeah.
as you've seen in the trailer, folks.
Yeah,
but
yeah, we'll probably try to take a break from superhero stuff because James is getting really fatigued from this shit. That's a thing, guys. Superhero fatigue. That's a real thing, and it's hitting on me too. I'm still gonna go see these movies, but we might not talk about them in fucking nauseum
as much. It's just hard when there's one every couple months, and it's like the same.
However, Deadpool 2.
Yeah, see, that's a whole different world.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to sound like a homer, but it is a homer. Yeah.
Okay.
For like Deadpool, because I do enjoy the Deadpool movies on another level than obviously your everyday superhero movie, but it's vulgar and there's the fucking violence. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm a savage. I don't know. But
no, I know what you're saying.
And I'm just I've always been a Ryan Reynolds fan. Like,
yeah, of course.
Since the get go. Good old Canadian boy.
Yeah, good old Canadian lad. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's a good guy, good actor.
That'll probably be our next superhero one. Probably. I don't think there's any other ones coming up before Infinity War.
When is Infinity War?
May.
And Deadpool's
probably March, April or something.
Yeah, probably early April. Okay, that's not too bad.
No,
that's not so bad.
Yeah,
not too bad.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine.
Not so bad.
I think we covered what we needed to cover for Black Panther. We're just kind of just meh. That was our whole overall.
Like, it's good.
You could probably tell listening to that. So we're just like, yeah, okay, we get it.
It's good, but it's the same.
Mm.
So
the effects were good. The action sequences were pretty good. I mean, sometimes you get caught up in the CGI a little bit.
Yeah, the way it was shot was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like the new suit that his sister made him, where it can like
the kinetic energy. Yeah, that's cool.
It contains the kinetic energy and it uses it back like, however you want. That's fucking cool.
That's neat. Yeah.
So I mean, and it's like you said, it might be getting a little bit too much attention for certain political reasons, but. Yeah. At the same time, it's pretty cool. Like, you haven't really seen a superhero kind of like Black Panther before. I mean, he's kind of unique.
Yeah.
Well, for the most part, right now.
Yeah, like because it has its own culture, you can tell within the movie. You know.
Yeah.
That was probably the best part because it's within its own world, within our world type of thing. So that's what sets it apart, rather than just being in the nameless New York City ripoff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So that was cool.
Gotham,
yeah.
But yeah, so I mean,
there are good things, but it's just
there's lots of good things, but it's more of the same.
Yeah, you just come out of it feeling, okay, cool.
Yeah, cool.
That's it.
It was
nothing crazy.
Not
again, actors were great. They did their job well. The way they interacted with each other. That was nice. Like, you actually believe that Shuri was like the little sister to T'Challa. That was probably my favorite relationship.
Yeah, she was probably, she might have been the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, we kind of said that before we started recording, but yeah, she probably did the best job.
Yeah.
Actor-wise, but like you said, everyone, like, there's no one who they like really did bad.
No one lagged, let's say.
Yeah, and no one held them back.
No.
It's not a bad movie. It's a good movie. It's just bleh.
What are we going to do this week, though?
We're talking about watching Game Night, which is it's a comedy kind of...
It's kind of like Clue in a way.
Yeah,
but like a little bit more violent and a little bit more like... What's the like scavenger hunt type thing with real consequences?
Yeah.
It looked fun.
It looks fun.
Jason Bateman.
Jason
He's
Bateman
hilarious.
is fucking funny.
Who's the girl in it
always.
again? I can't remember at this moment.
I'll pull it up.
Okay.
But yeah, like I just finished watching Ozark a couple months ago, so I'm still
Rachel McAdams. That's
Rachel
right.
McAdams. Yeah,
Of course. That'll be good to see her in another comedy. I haven't seen her since Wedding Crashers or something in a comedy.
yeah. She wasn't too much of the comedy in that.
She's
movie.
more of a dramatic actor now. Actually, and Jason Bateman's more. Well, he's comedic, but obviously Ozark, he can have some serious acting chops.
Yeah.
No, it actually looks pretty funny. It has a decent cast in it. So
Fucking Michael C. Hall's in this too.
Dexter himself,
Dexter.
the Bulgarian, apparently.
Yeah.
Jesse Clemens is in this one. That's pretty good. It looks like it's gonna be like a comedy, but like a dark comedy.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a little bit of dark humor. Like obviously,
Yeah,
it's based around comedy, but there's some violence and a little bit of
which is right up our alley.
of gore. So
That's right up our alley.
hopefully we have a little bit of fun with that.
We may see that tonight, depending on scheduling.
Yeah,
Yeah, if
during
not,
our
sometime this
recording
week.
night, we
Yeah.
might be able to fit her in.
Yeah.
Do you watch anything really since the last time we recorded? Anything new to you?
Anything new? No,
Just
I don't think so.
more of the same.
Yeah, I
More
know.
of that stupid shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I forgot to mention last time is I watched the Stanford Prison Experiment.
Yeah, that was 2015.
Yeah, it was made in 2015, so it's not new to the world, but it was new to me, obviously. Watched that. It just kind of out of nowhere. It was on TV, and I was, boom, watch it. And then
They've done a couple movies based on that experiment.
based
in the
on the
70s.
experiment. It's a real experiment that happened at Stanford University in the psych department. Essentially, they converted the whole basement into prison, and
Zimbardo.
they just got whatever, I think it was like 16 random boys from the school to volunteer for payment, obviously, to be a part of this study where half of them were inmates and half of them were guards, and just to see what it would be like after like 2 to 3 weeks, and everything was recorded and taped, and it gets a little bit fucking crazy because
It only lasted. It was supposed to last for like 2 weeks. Something. It lasted 5 days.
Yeah,
something like that.
I think they ended it after 6 days, and I think it was supposed to be like 2 to 3 weeks. And yeah, basically like
Shit got real fast. They took their roles to heart.
Yeah, like more so like the guards than like the prisoners, but like a couple of the prisoners like went a little crazy because
They lost their fucking minds.
because they were essentially being fucking tortured.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not like necessarily physically tortured, but there was a little bit of that, but mostly psychologically.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
It's pretty crazy. If you're a psych student, you've heard of this case before. Like you
should have.
Yeah.
If not, give it a quick Google. You don't really have to watch the movie, although it's a decent flick for what it is. It's short. Ezra Miller is in it.
Billy Crudup.
Billy Crudup is also in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good little watch. It's a quick movie, I think.
Quick, probably an hour and a half.
Yeah, give or take. And then I finished watching Unabomber.
Oh, cool.
Manhunt Unabomber on Netflix.
Nice.
That's a good series as well.
Nice.
Based on real events.
Yes. Well,
Obviously.
yeah. Ted Kaczynski, the infamous serial bomber.
Yeah.
Crazy fuck.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
Yeah. I honestly, until I watched the series, I didn't realize that. Like, I mean, I don't want to say he only killed 3 people, but he only killed 3 people. Like, he fucked up 25 people, but he only killed 3 people. I'm like, buddy, you're blowing people up. You got to up those numbers.
Jesus Christ. Giving advice now? Fuck,
well,
dude.
I mean, he's fucking pretty much dead, so.
He's still alive.
I know.
Yeah, he's still
But he's
kicking.
fucking. He's.
The scary thing
He's got to
is,
be
like,
near 80 now.
The scary thing is, like, he is so smart. It's almost too smart for his own good.
Essentially, yeah.
And just became a hermit, which, yeah, these things happen.
He secluded himself because he was essentially too smart for everyone else.
a little on the spectrum.
And then started taking it out on people because he's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Probably because he's so smart.
Well, he had his own views on the world and how everyone's...
Yeah, his ideologies are a little fucked up.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit fucked up.
I think that's a wrap. It's a short episode this week, but that's okay. We'll come back out. I just uploaded the three Billboards episode, so you can find that, where you can find this one eventually on iTunes.
SoundCloud.
On soundcloud.com/armchair-reviews.
Yeah, or just Google us.
Google us.
We
We're
pop
there.
up on Google. We're big deals.
Email us at ohmygodandaudio@gmail.com. You can find me on Twitter at Christoph Godden and Instagram at Christopher Gods. And James, where can I find you?
MakaiJ14 on Twitter and MakaiJ91 on Instagram. Neato, pretty easy.
That's what it's like. And again, I'm starting to build and get a YouTube page. I tried to do it last night, but I had one too many glasses of wine, and I just gave up on it. But I'll try to play around with it.
Celebratory glasses of wine.
Yes.
Vino.
Some vino. Yes, some fantastic vino.
Out of a box, probably.
Yes, out of the box variety. That's correct. Bulk.
We buy in bulk, folks.
Yeah, so I have a couple days off now, and I'm going to try to pick away at that and get our previous episodes put up on that. So it's another method to listen to us.
Yep, another method, folks.
All right, guys, that's a wrap. We will catch you maybe even later this week. Who knows?
On the flip side.
On the flip side.
As they say.
All right. See you guys. Armchair Views.
Thanks for listening.
Bye-bye.